Welcome to Toffee TV. This is the match reaction to Everton 1, Huddersfield Town 1. There's 90 minutes I'm never getting back. What a really poor game of football. I thought the first half was all right. I thought Everton played quite well in the first. Well, Everton were okay in the first half. I thought the second half was horrendous. A horrendous game of football. The team. Obviously, Marco Silva's hands were tied a little bit in terms of who played on the left. He went with Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who was rewarded for a couple of goals in midweek against Rotherham, and obviously Lucas Digne, who'd been very good in midweek, kept his place over Leighton Baines, and we started off okay. Obviously, Garner missing Davis and Schneiderlin were in the middle. I thought we had total control of the game, which we did. The stats flashed up on the scoreboard after about 15-20 minutes, and it was 70% possession. Huddersfield were happy just to kick the ball anywhere, which is their prerogative, I suppose, isn't it? But I wouldn't want to watch that kind of. I don't even think Sam Allardyce's football was as bad as theirs, but they are limited, which is fair enough. They have to do what they have to do. But I think the referee has got a responsibility in this to not allow teams to get away with it, and he did. And he was a terrible referee all day, let's be honest. He's an absolute fool. Any referee that allows a goal that goes wide and thinks it went in years ago, he gives it, is embarrassing for me. And he's never ever got any better. Stuart Atwell, he's horrendous. And he was terrible today, and he allowed Huddersfield to execute a game plan of breaking the game up as much as possible, wasting time from the third, fourth minute, and never jumped on it. And it shows really poor officiating. That being said, Huddersfield, it's their prerogative to try and do that, and Everton have to try and break them down. And we didn't. We were very poor. We were so slow in the final third, which is something we haven't seen too much of since Marco Silva come in. We've been quite quick in our transitions and trying to attack teams and putting teams on the back foot, and we just didn't do it enough. I think had we done it, then we'd have won the game comfortably. As it was, we allowed them to edge further up the pitch. They got a corner, some poor defending off a long throw resulted in them getting a corner comes in, it's flicked on, and Billings in the middle to just nod it into an empty net. Now, people can blame Zonal and moan at Zonal, and every time you concede off a set piece, people are going to bring up Zonal marking. But Zonal, man for man, area marking as well, just picking up the nearest man in your area. All three of those types of defending set plays mean absolutely nothing if you don't react to what's in front of you. And Everton, quite simply, don't react to what's in front of them. I haven't watched the goal again. I've seen it at the match, seen it on the board. I've seen a lad being able to just flick a header on and someone being unmarked in the middle. So, we seen it last week at Bournemouth. Really poor reactions by Everton players. Obviously, I'll have to look at this closely again, but from what I can remember and what I've seen on the board, people just don't react to things. And it happened the other night against Rotherham, and it's happened today. The good thing was we hit back almost straight away. A lovely bit of play by Lucas Digne, whipped in across, and a great header by Dominic Calvert-Lewin, getting across from free header, good header at the goalkeeper into the net, and 1-1. And it's like, right, let's wake up now and let's get at them. And we put them under a little bit of pressure. Till half time, we had a good little counter attack right on half time. Seamus Coleman does great. We're into the box, and the referee blows the whistle for half time, which was just one of a number of bizarre decisions he gave all afternoon. Came out. I thought going in half time, I thought they'll get a little bit of a kick in here and they'll come out really fired up and ready to go, and it didn't really materialise. The ref allowed Huddersfield to waste more and more time in the second half. And we just never ever picked it up. And they were dangerous, obviously, off set pieces. You thought, if they nick another one here, the truth is they didn't really cause us any problems, but looking at the stats there, you can see they had, I think, 6 shots on target, well, 6 attempts on target. I can't remember anything other than Jordan Pickford catching things, headers that looped up in the air and stuff. There was no real chances for them. But we've only hit the target once out of 11 attempts, and that was Calvert-Lewin's goal. So, you know, if you can't hit the target once, more than once rather, in a game, then you don't deserve to win the game. And we got what we deserved. I can't stand here and say Everton deserved to win that game and Huddersfield were lucky and all that, because the truth of it is, we didn't deserve to win the game. 1-1 is right. They were poor, but they played within what their game plan is. They haven't got a ton of money to spend on players, so that he gets the most out of them he can. I wouldn't necessarily want to watch that from net, but I can understand. And they've come away to Everton and got a point, which a lot of teams don't do. It's a difficult place to come, Goodison, and they got themselves a point, so fair play to them. From our point of view, it's very disappointing. This was a very, very, very winnable home game for us, and we were unable to do it. Yes, we can look and we can say, you know, I think the loss of Walcott in the second half was massive for us, because we lost someone without Richarlison on the other side, that direct running and keen to get in round the back of them, and Walcott on the other side. It all disappeared. You know, I've just been discussing Dominic Calvert-Lewin with people who thought he had a good game. I just thought I'm not saying he didn't work hard, because he does, Dom. He puts everything into it. I just don't think he offered us much. But he's not a left winger. He's a centre forward, and maybe through the middle he'd have offered more. Cenk Tosun didn't have a good game. To be honest, Kurt Zouma and Lucas Digne and probably Morgan Schneiderlin had good games. Zouma and Dean were the best two. Schneiderlin was probably not. And then the rest were bang average, and some were even poor. Ademola Lookman come on, got a great reception, and then reminded everyone why he probably hadn't been included, because the amount of times he lost the ball by thinking he could dribble through 4 men was just ridiculous. It was as bad a cameo as I've seen for a while. Niasse come on and done nothing. So, you know, we were without big players. We need Richarlison back. We need Bernard available, because he's someone who can unlock games like that. We need Mina in there. You know, we have to get Garner back in there, because he's got more a pace to get around the pitch. And when them players come back and we get maybe Andre Gomez in there, it beefs that squad back up. And then it's about, you know, players' performance levels, basically, and those performance levels will go up and we'll win more games. But today we didn't deserve to win. We got what we deserved, and we've got into an international break. We're still unbeaten. We can look at it like that, but it's a very, very disappointing 1-1 draw today. That's it. That's my thoughts on a dismal day at Goodison. It's ended 1-1. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Check out Ped's instant match reaction. I'm going to do my 3 things in a moment, so look out for that as well. And see you soon on Toffee TV.